Good evening. Welcome to ECCSC Live. I'm your host, Tyrone Muhammad. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, get your calls ready. That's 312-738-1060. 312-738-1060. We would like to hear from you. Your opinion on this upcoming election between Preckwinkle and Miss Lightfoot. Miss Preckwinkle and Miss Lightfoot. So let's get them calls in, and we want to talk about being that this ECCSC. We always want to discuss and talk about how this upcoming election and elections in general benefit the formerly incarcerated, because it's a fact that most of these men that come out of prison return back to the various neighborhoods where automatic races are taking place, and we're looking to see that the funding, the resources, and all those things are available for those brothers coming in. To my right, got one of our members, Big Brother KG. How you doing, black man?
Good, I'm good, man.
Thank you once again. Thank you for coming through and being a part of this experience, brother. You got anything you want to say to the people, man, as it relates to how you feel about the landscape of things as a young brother, man, being formerly incarcerated and looking at the upcoming mayoral race? What do that look like to you and for you, and how do you see that playing out and serving the community?
Well, due to me being incarcerated at some point, I'm more in tune with the political race, voting, and actually not just voting, but finding more about the individuals that's running for office, because I know that it's a lifetime thing, and I'm looking at it long term instead of short term. With that being said, there are some things that needs to be changed in the less fortunate communities, and I like to focus on just fatherhood. Even for those that don't have kids, we still are fathers. There are other kids out there that look up to us as role models to be that fatherhood role model type of feel to the kids, and also taking care of home. So this is a very important situation right now, and we need to handle it that way. That is very important.
So, in general, I know we just had a debate between Tony Preckwinkle and Lori Lightfoot. How did that debate go, people? I missed it. Hopefully I can tune in and see it re-aired. But how did it go? I would like to hear your opinion on that and your ideas about who we should vote for. So tune in, call in at 312-738-1060. Who do you think is the best candidate for the formerly incarcerated brothers out there? We're about to get going and mobilizing. We're about to get this political block going for the formerly incarcerated. We need to know who we're going to get behind. I got an idea, but I want to hear your opinion and suggestion about who will best serve us in our community, formerly incarcerated. So with that being said, look, violence can't be overlooked. Come here, man. I got a friend. This is my puppy son. Everybody keep asking me, what happened to my puppy son, right? This is my puppy son. Cream, say hi to the people. Say, hey, what's up? This is my little puppy son here. Man, I'm telling you, I don't know which is worse, the actual kid or the puppy, because he requires so much attention. Look at him. Look at the ladies, they sending you fan mail already. So look, just sit back. Look, talk to the people, Cream. Say, how y'all doing? Who are y'all gonna vote for? Ask the people, Cream, who they voting for. So, Cream, look. Say, who you voting for, Cream? Okay. Listen, anyway, this my boy here. He hang on me, follow me everywhere. So look, I don't have to worry about him never not loving me. Because he do. So with that being said, listen, call in 312-738-1060. Let's have some fun with this. As you know, ECCSC, for those who tuning in for the first time, is dedicated and concerned with matters surrounding prison reform, prison reentry, housing for the formerly incarcerated, economic opportunity for the formerly incarcerated, mental health, substance abuse counseling, mentor programs that we would really like to get underway and go at real heavy this summer. I put a challenge out there to a few brothers, and I hope you will join the challenge as well. That challenge being, my goal is in 30 days to 60 days to 20 guys that we mentor from ages 13 to 25. From ages 13 to 25, if you decide that you want to mentor a young man from age 8 or 9 to 24 or 25, then that's cool with me as well. They need, these single parents, single women mostly, need male role models for their boys and even their girls. I just don't advise you as a man, especially formerly incarcerated brother, to be unsupervised with any little girl or any young boy at that age. I hope that we will be mindful and be ethical about any type of tutelage and guidance that we give to young men and women, man. And on top of that, we have to be more concerned with the issues surrounding women and formerly incarcerated women. So we want to build out a team of women who've been in prison, ECCSC women, to serve those sisters that's in need. Because I don't know all the answers, and you don't either. So we need a bunch of sisters that's been incarcerated that also understand how the issues that other women are dealing with coming back to society. What you think about that, bro?
It's a good idea. I agree. I agree with that because, it takes a man to teach a boy how to be a man, and it takes a woman to teach a little girl how to be a woman. So it all makes sense.
So you could be the strength and the protection, but that's only so much we could teach a little girl, man.
Yeah.
You have any children?
No, I don't.
No?
No, I don't. No kids.
Woo!
None.
Well, I'm looking to hopefully have some grandchildren one day. I don't plan on having any more children. So, but I do look to have some grandchildren. I have enough nieces and nephews, and I have enough brothers and sisters out there that I know that are my friends, that are my comrades that have children. So I guess I will always be a father in a sense. I got Brother Larnell and Brother Malik out on the outside manning the boards. Just wanted to let y'all know they out there. Give them some love, give them a shout out. And once again, you got any comment, questions, concern, call in. This is a light day really for us because we really know what it is that we want to do. We want to go real hard at this election process. We want to figure out and look at the issues that's on the table between these two candidates. And we want to know which candidate best represents the formerly incarcerated. With 30,000 or more men and women coming back to the city every year, some roughly, prison reform is a real issue. Prison reentry is a real issue. It is our hope, it is our goal to eventually create a major block from the formerly incarcerated that's taken serious. See, when you're dealing with the LGBTQ communities and the likes, they come out to vote. They come out to vote in numbers. Yet we judge and we pass judgment on these individuals, but they stick together. We are individuals who suffering from a particular stigma, just as they are. We suffer from not only that, a lot of time unemployment, unstable housing, unstable employment. And I think in most cases we are in a worse condition than anyone. We come out with 3 or 4 strikes against us. We're black, we've been incarcerated. And a lot of us who've been gone like myself 20 years or more have lost family, friends, and relationships that we now have to come back into society and amalgamate back into a population that has changed. that has changed. How long was you gone, KG?
I was gone for a little over 2 years.
2 years. Oh, he ain't did no time, man. He ain't done nothing. But really, in reality, one day is too many incarcerated when there's an alternative. See, if prison was truly about reformation, about reform, about rehabilitation, then less people would be re-entering prison. Less people would come out of prison worse off than when they went in. How is it possible for us to spend all the taxpayers' dollars in the billions and men come out of prison worse off than when they went in? When you watch these brothers, man, a lot of them have no clue about their future. They have no clue about their housing situations when they come home, because we've burnt our bridges so much in some cases. These individuals, even if they did change, the people want to see it. No, that's the old saying. What is it? Show me. Yeah. I mean, no matter what you say, we want to see that a change is in. What's up, Cream? What you think about that, Cream? Do you think we need prison reform? Look at the people and tell the people what you feel about prison reform and how that look. Tell them about your daddy right here. Say, daddy is a good daddy. So give them a chance. You got to give these men a chance to come back into society and prove who they are. That's what ECCSC is all about. Making steps, making headways to show people that don't forget about us. Don't leave us out there to deal with this stigma and this what I want to say, discrimination on our own. We are discriminated in housing. We are discriminated in the workplace. We are discriminated even as it relates to how healthcare is dealt with us. Y'all know, like I know, the brothers who've been incarcerated. Healthcare in prison is like none and void. Then we get out here, those things aren't available for us to partake in. But a lot of us have no knowledge of it. I had to get assistance from that then mayoral candidate, LaShawn Ford, just to get my health care. Nor was I even thinking about my health care. And to be quite frankly, I'm going to just be honest with you, we spend so much time working and doing things for others that we tend to forget about our own selves and our own health. I got to take a more, this summer, these upcoming months, I'm going to take a more serious approach about caring for myself. See, it don't mean anything to try to save the world and lose your own body and soul. So that's what I'm going to do. What are some things to you that's pressing on your list as far as service and as well as self-reformation, bro? You know, talk to the people.
I would definitely say that it definitely starts with you first. So you have to take care of yourself first, get yourself right mentally before you tend to help others. But I want to touch bases on, there are a lot of guys that are going to be coming home soon that has been locked up for a lot of years. And the way things were working on the inside, they depend on that as far as what time they wake up, what time they go to sleep, how they move around. And when they come out here into the world the way it is now, they are completely lost. Yeah. So it takes guys like us that can relate to them and set them straight a lot easier than their own family members, because you come home and it's like, outside of dealing with post-traumatic stress, you tend to be more to yourself, because you can tend to like block everybody out, keep them at a distance, and not allow them to get close to you because you paranoid.
Give me one second on that. Hold that point, paranoid. Yeah. But we have a caller. Caller, come on through. We'd love to hear from you, your comments, suggestions, advice.
Hello?
Hello?
The name is Reed, and I wonder, I work for Congressman Davis, if you know about the new law they passed, it's been over a year and a half now, that if you're not a domestic violence, or you're not a sex offender, or you have a DUI, a harm to animals, everything can be sealed. I have helped over almost 300 guys get their records sealed, and that will give them a better chance of going into the workforce porch with the background getting sealed. Did you all know about that new law?
Yes, ma'am. We're familiar with it. Sealing the bill. We was working with State Representative LaShawn Ford, who, along with Randy Ryder, who a lot of those guys that passed, that works with our organization. So we're most definitely are familiar with it, and we had a hand in it. In some part, we had a hand in that law, sister. So yeah.
A lot of guys that still don't know about it. Cause
yes, ma'am.
I have them call in the office. I do it from 1 to 4 every day, and been running the office in Boyce and North Lawndale paper. And I have a lot of guys calling in about it. So it's a lot of guys that still don't know about it.
See, this the issue with that. And what I do is post it on eccsc.info.
See, a lot of guys don't have that. You got some guys, people don't have computers in their homes. So you got this. This is what society don't understand now. There's a lot of people that can't afford to have a computer. They don't have Facebook. They don't have social media. So how are you going to get this message out to people that have access to the modern technology? That's another, a lot of people are being left out.
Well, sister, that's a assignment that's too big for my pay grade. When you start talking about who don't have this, who don't have that,
yeah, they don't have. I can't. Some of the guys can't get jobs.
Only thing,
so if they don't have they come into home, don't have computers and access to how to get the technology now, they're left off still.
Well, that's the problem with prison reform. That's the whole thing about reforming the prison system. These men should have access before they come home to computers, to technology, to learn that science while they're incarcerated. Why hold a man in prison for all these years and you have no technology to get him acquainted with the society that he's going to? Now, my job as one of the members of ECCSC is to pass information out, to go in the streets, to network, collaborate with people, so that we can reach as many as we can. We'll never touch everybody. For one,
a bill passed though that at one time they used to give GEDs. I have had college graduate from prison because I've been working out here for over 40-some years. So it should be a bill passed that the ex-offenders should be educated before they come out. That should be your son Ford. I know him, been knowing him for a long time. That's a bill he should be put for the house. These people should, when they go in, they should be, if they have GED, they should have a chance to get a GED. If they have a high school diploma, GED, should be access to a college education, so they'll be qualified with education and computer skills before they come out.
So thank you, Sister Look, for calling in. We should have your number and everything. I'll reach out to you and we could talk more about that. But this is what I'm saying. We have an organization of men who formerly incarcerated. We out here doing what we can with the resources we have. No one is lobbying the legislators or the elected officials to give us anything. No one is telling them that we are to be given the proper resources so that we can serve the men coming home. We do this on our own with no help from society. So I'm happy that sisters like yourself, come in, boy. Give me a second. I'm happy that sisters like yourself have been out here and doing your thing. But at the end of the day, this is why we need prison reform. I know what the IDOC should do, but it's not. So we have to force legislators, even this upcoming mayoral race, we have to force Tony Preckwinkle and Lori Lightfoot to do more about the people returning to their cities. They're not putting funding towards reformation. They'd rather put more money towards policing. They're giving billions to lock us up. Then we have nothing to give. They have nothing to give us once we return. That's the problem, sister. That's the problem right there. We don't hold our elected officials accountable for the errors in releasing men back into society worse off than when they went in. How you lock a man up for 30 years and you don't even give him a computer class or a lesson once he returned? You know the society has changed. You know technology changed. Every month they got a different phone coming out. I don't even know how to work the one I got. I don't even know how to work this one. So all I'm saying is just imagine these brothers that's done 30 years, that's been wrongfully convicted, that's been released. These men come out, of course, man, worse off than when they went in. I'm telling you, because technology has advanced, and a lot of them, you know, probably still need a flip phone. Go ahead, brother. You got something to say about what she said?
With the changes being made with technology, you now have cars that can parallel park themselves. You know, that's another thing.
Cameras on the back.
Cameras on the back, even the television you watch at the house, and it's just a lot of things. It's just the verbiage, the way people handle themselves, carry themselves on the streets, all that has changed. There are new buildings being built. They come back to the old neighborhoods and it look like a brand new place.
Or, you know? It looks like a desolate town.
Yeah,
it looks like some old western movie with the lint roll and the what you call it, the hay ball rolling down the street or the road. I'm just saying, sister, you're right in everything you said, but we have to make our legislators do right by these men, or else they end up back in society, in prison, and we're going to take care of them anyway on the back end because our tax dollars go towards that. You can't have, I say it over and over, how do you have all the money in the world to keep a man locked up in prison, but never enough money to make sure the man received the proper service? That's a sad state. That's a sad state of affairs, and we need to deal with that. See, he want to be the show. What you think about that, Craig? You think that everybody should receive proper resources? You think that men coming home should have the proper resources? See, that's King Cream right there. So I'm just telling you, we agree with you. We appreciate the call, and we hope to collaborate with you. I'm sure you have a lot of information you can give us so that we can best serve the men and women coming home. So we appreciate your call. But on the flip side, look, we all we got. We have to save us. Politicians, sisters, and legislators, they don't really care. It's 4 more years. We'll be talking the same talk in 4 more years. Then we'll be talking the same talk in 4 more years. Listen, society isn't going to change until we change society. We change society. God, throughout history, God has always taken the men on the lower rung of society, the women on the lower rung of society to transform society. It never come from up here. We got a caller. Come on, caller. We got a few minutes before the show ends. I would like to hear from you.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I appreciate what y'all doing for the community, and if change is going to come, because if you keep on pushing and you keep on putting it out there, the word is going to happen. So don't back down regardless of the facts. Because Malcolm X said it, and you just said it, only way it's going to happen, that's we do it. That's the only way. If we go back and listen to Malcolm X and stuff that was happening back then, it's happening now when he talk about police brutality. They beat upside the head with billy coat and then give us an assault.
No doubt.
Protect ourselves. Because once we get together, we are billionaires. Once we get together, and they'll stop that by selling out, what they do? Once they say we're coming together in power, they will pay off somebody to interrupt us, just like they did back in the past days. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I remember when we had to wear black and white in school, but we were organized way back in the 70s.
So look, you broke up Bro, I got your name and number up here. I'm going to reach out to you. We got a minute to go before the show is over. But in any light, you're exactly right. Our goal is to build a major block from the formerly incarcerated and their families. We're going to be a power to be reckoned with, and people are going to take us more serious. We're going to keep hitting. We're going to keep pressing, keep pushing, and sooner or later, we're going to get what we need, because there's prisons all over the world. And ECCSC is going to be a part of that. Tune in, visit ECC.info, ECCSC.info. Leave us, subscribe, and support. So thank you for tuning in, and may God continue to bless you and your families. Peace, and get ready to vote, y'all. Vote your choice.